If you've seen Despicable Me, you know the bad guys are a little, extra. We've got Vector, the rich nerd who thinks he's a supervillain. El Macho, a guy who faked his own death just to come back even crazier. Balthazar Bratt, a washed-up 80s kid star who never moved on. And Maxim Le Mal, a fancy French villain with way too many secrets. These guys break more laws than the minions break bananas. But what if the police actually caught them? Let's find out, starting with Victor. At the very start, Vector makes a huge mistake, stealing the Pyramid of Giza. He doesn't just take a piece off it, he grabs the whole thing and replaces it with an inflatable one. Smooth move, right? Not really.
Pyramid of Giza had been stolen. Inflatable replica. There is panic throughout. Try to protect their beloved landmarks. Which of the world's villains is responsible for this heinous crime?
Stealing a candy bar is bad. Stealing a pyramid? That's grand larceny. If the police catch him, here's what he'd face. 25 years in prison for grand larceny. That's a long time to think about whether stealing an ancient wonder was really worth it. But Vector's crimes are just getting started. Vector isn't just a thief. He's got weird weapons. Instead of lasers or missiles, he uses a gun that fires live piranhas. Yes, actual, biting, angry piranhas.
Oh yeah! Piranha gun! Oh yeah! Before now you have and I invented it. Do you want a demonstration? It's so difficult sometimes to get the piranha balance.
Turns out launching fish at people is not okay. It counts as animal cruelty, which means 1 year in prison. Guess Vector will have to find a new favorite pet, one that doesn't come with jail time. And it only gets worse from here. Vector isn't done stealing yet. This time, he swipes the shrink ray from Gru, a device that can shrink anything? Yeah, that's not something you just borrow.
Hey! Hey! Now maybe you'll think twice before you freeze someone's head!
This is grand larceny again. Another 25 years in prison added to his sentence. Looks like Vector is shrinking his chances of ever seeing freedom. But his crimes aren't over yet. Vector isn't just stealing. Now he's putting lives in danger. After swiping the shrink ray, Gru and the minions chase after him, hoping to get it back. But Vector, he shrinks their aircraft mid-flight, leaving them falling through the sky with no way to escape.
Hey, Gru! Try this on! That's weird. What is called?
This isn't just a getaway, it's second-degree attempted murder. Someone's plane while they're inside, that's a life sentence right there. Vector might have escaped that day, but he won't be escaping prison anytime soon. Gru tries to break into Vector's house, but before he even gets inside, Vector attacks him with a full fireworks show, and not the fun kind. Rockets, explosives, and chaos rain down on Gru while he's still outside. Even though Vector was protecting his house, he started the attack first. That makes this second-degree attempted murder, which means another life sentence. At this rate, Vector isn't just a villain, he's never getting out. Vector isn't just a criminal, he's also a terrible pet owner. He keeps a great white shark in his house, even though sharks need huge spaces to swim. Keeping one trapped like that, not okay.
Quiet down, fish!
This counts as animal cruelty, adding 1 year in prison to his sentence. Looks like Vector's shark isn't the only one stuck in a small space. He'll be in a cell soon too, but his list of crimes isn't over yet. Vector isn't just stealing objects, now he's stealing kids. He kidnaps Margot, Edith, and Agnes, holding them hostage and leaving a note for Gru. Bring me the moon. Yeah, not exactly the best ransom demand. This is child abduction, and since there are 3 children, that's 12 years in prison. Stealing a pyramid is one thing, but kidnapping kids? Vector just made things way worse for himself. After kidnapping the 3 girls, Vector doesn't just keep them in his house. He locks them in a cage like pets. When Gru comes to rescue them, they're still trapped inside, unable to escape.
World of pain! I'm really scared.
He is gonna kick your butt.
This is false imprisonment, and with 3 victims, that's 12 more years in prison. Vector's villain score? Through the roof, and he is not stopping. Gru tries to break in and save the girls, but Vector goes all out to stop him. He launches huge missiles, and when that doesn't work, he sends a whole shark at him. Too bad for Vector. Gru dodges everything and even punches the shark like it's nothing. This isn't just defense. Vector is trying to kill Gru. That makes this first-degree attempted murder, earning him a life sentence. At this point, Vector's crimes are stacking up fast, and he's running out of excuses. Just when Vector thinks he's in control, his biggest mistake literally falls on him. The shrunken moon starts growing back. It rolls right off its container, crashes into the cage, and breaks it open, sending the girls falling down.
There he is.
This is reckless endangerment since the kids could have been seriously hurt. That adds 4 more years in prison to Vector's already massive sentence. Things aren't looking good, but Victor is not stopping either. As Gru encourages the girls to jump to safety, 2 of them make it. But just as Margot is about to jump, Vector grabs her. Instead of saving himself, he ends up falling with her. Gru tries to catch her, but his rope snaps, making the whole situation even worse.
Going to have to jump.
Jump?
The worst mistake I ever made. Okay, girls.
Not so fast.
I'm coming, Margot. Hang on.
This is reckless endangerment, since Vector's actions put both himself and Margot in danger. That's 4 more years in prison. As we close Vector's chapter, his crimes have stacked up fast. He's looking at 25 years for stealing the Pyramid of Giza, another 25 years for swiping the shrink ray, and 2 life sentences for his attempted murders. Add in 12 years for kidnapping, 12 more for false imprisonment, 4 years for reckless endangerment, and 1 year for animal cruelty. And Vector isn't just in trouble. He's never getting out. And in the end, not even a private fortress or a pet shark could save him from justice. But the chaos isn't over yet. Let's move to the next character, El Macho. El Macho isn't just a regular villain, he goes big. Instead of sneaking around, he brings out a giant magnet and starts lifting everything in sight. Cars, metal objects, and even some poor people who didn't see it coming.
Maxim, you
This wild stunt isn't just theft, it's reckless endangerment, since it put a ton of people in danger. That adds 4 years in prison to his record. It's also grand larceny, since he stole everything he lifted. That's 25 years in prison right there. And it gets worse. There were people inside some of those cars. That turns this into kidnapping, adding 7 more years to his sentence. But this is just the beginning of El Macho's crime spree. El Macho isn't done yet. This time, he kidnaps a minion for his own experiments. One minute, the little guy is minding his own business, and the next, he's snatched up into El Macho's villainous plans. Kidnapping isn't just a crime against humans, it counts for minions too. That's another 7 years in prison for El Macho. And trust me, his list of crimes is far from over. El Macho isn't just stealing and kidnapping, he's getting violent too. In one chaotic moment, he assaults a man, a snake, and even smashes through a wall like it's nothing.
He was ruthless. He was dangerous. Very macho.
That's assault, and it adds 1 more year in prison to his sentence. At this rate, El Macho is punching his way straight into a lifetime behind bars. After the destruction he made, he went out to the streets. This time, he assaults the driver, throws them out, and steals the car for his escape.
Pulling up high street, using only his bare hand, badly, like all the greats.
That's grand theft, adding 5 years in prison, plus assaulting 2 people, which adds 2 more years. El Macho's crimes aren't over yet. Just when you think he couldn't go any bigger, he takes things to the next level. El Macho isn't just stealing cars, now he's riding a shark. In the most over-the-top stunt yet, he drives a shark off a ramp and jumps straight into a volcano, like that's a normal thing to do. But this isn't just a crazy stunt, it's a crime.
Gone too soon. Riding a shark with into the mouth of an active volcano. It was glorious.
First, using a shark as a getaway vehicle, that's animal cruelty, landing him 6 months in prison. Then, throwing it into lava, that's an environmental crime, adding 1 more year in prison and a $200,000 fine. But the real kicker? El Macho faked his own death. He made everyone believe he was gone forever, but nope, just another trick. That's obstruction of justice, which gets him 8 more years in prison. El Macho might think he's unstoppable, but at this rate, he's speeding straight to prison, and he is not stopping either. El Macho isn't done causing trouble. This time, he goes after the minions again. As if taking one wasn't enough, he kidnaps 2 more, adding them to his growing collection of test subjects. This is kidnapping, and since he took 2 victims, that's 14 more years in prison. And just when it seems like he's done, he takes things even further. El Macho isn't just sneaky, he's running a full-scale kidnapping operation. He drives around in an ice cream truck, luring in minions with sweet treats. But instead of serving cones, he traps them inside, taking them straight to his lab for experiments. This isn't just kidnapping, it's mass kidnapping. A crime so serious it lands him a life sentence. But this is not the end of his crimes. El Macho isn't just kidnapping minions, he's experimenting on them too. Among the ones he captured, he takes 2 and injects them with a mysterious substance, turning them into something much more dangerous. This is administering toxic substances, and since he did it to 2 victims, that's 6 more years in prison. El Macho isn't just a criminal anymore. He's playing mad scientist, and he is not going to stop at this point either. When Gru finally makes it to El Macho's lab, he discovers the full extent of the villain's madness. Dozens of minions transformed into wild, destructive, evil minions. El Macho didn't just test on a few, he injected a whole army.
Dr. Nefario? What? So this is your new job opportunity?
Sorry, I had to borrow some of your minions. Mindless, killing machine! So, I would... Anyone tries to stop them, the city gets eaten! Together! I have admired your work. Should be ruling the world!
This is mass administration of toxic substances, a crime so serious it lands him a life sentence. But the destruction is only beginning. When El Macho discovers that Gru and Lucy work for the Anti-Villain League, he doesn't take it well. Instead of running or hiding, he kidnaps Lucy, making sure she doesn't get in the way of his plans.
You were both working for the Anti-Villain League? You're coming with me.
This is kidnapping, adding 7 more years in prison to his already massive sentence. When Gru comes to rescue Lucy, he finds her tied to a rocket, dangling over the same volcano El Macho jumped into earlier. But this time, it's not a stunt. El Macho is ready to drop her in for real.
To my minions! Gru?
Now where is Lucy?
Let me show you.
Whole El Macho thing, huh?
The same volcano where I faked my death.
Keeping Lucy trapped like this is false imprisonment, adding 4 more years to his sentence. But the real crime? Threatening to drop her into lava. That's first-degree attempted murder, which lands him a life sentence. That's the end of El Macho. He stole, kidnapped, and turned minions into monsters. Now he's paying for it with 47 years in prison and 2 life sentences for his worst crimes. No more volcano jumps or evil plans. He's stuck behind bars for good, but we're not done yet. Next up is Balthazar Bratt. Balthazar Brat was once a famous child star, but now he's just a grown man throwing tantrums. The moment he sees a security camera, instead of walking past it, he punches it like it owes him money.
He was the character.
What are you looking at?
There. Where?
Cameras ain't cheap, mister.
That's property destruction, and it's going to cost him $10,000 in damages. But Brat's bad behavior doesn't stop there. Balthazar Brat isn't just sneaky, he's straight up reckless. In one of his biggest stunts, he breaks into a cargo ship looking for a valuable gem. But when the security officials try to stop him, he doesn't run, he fights. Using his dance fighting moves, he takes them down like it's part of a music video. Attacking security isn't just bad manners, it's assaulting officials, which him 10 years in prison. But Brat isn't stopping here. He's got an even bigger plan in mind. Once inside, Brat kept going, attacking anyone that got in his way. He then grabs the priceless gem, but he doesn't just take the gem, he goes full supervillain. Using his ridiculous bubblegum technology, he sends the entire cargo ship floating into the sky, leaving chaos behind. Stealing the gem alone is grand larceny, which gets him 25 years in prison. But things get way worse. His attack on the ship's crew and military forces counts as mass assault, with military casualties adding 10 more years and a life sentence to his record. And the biggest crime? Turning an entire cargo ship into a floating disaster puts innocent lives at risk. That's terrorism, earning him a death sentence. Brat wanted to be the biggest villain in history, and now he's paying the price for it. Once he gets out with the gem, he finally comes face to face with Gru, acting like he's ready for a fair fight. But instead of throwing punches, he whips out his magical keyboard and literally blasts Gru off the edge with a music-powered attack.
World's worst agent?
TV. Oh, that's right. You are. What? Oh, girls.
Dance fight! Did you actually think I was unconscious? And clearly I've still got it!
This isn't just cheating, it's assault, which adds 1 more year in prison to his sentence. But Brat isn't done playing dirty yet. After losing the diamond to Gru, Brat refuses to give up. Instead, he disguises himself as a police officer, sneaks past security, and goes straight for the stolen diamond. But once he gets there, he takes things to the next level, attacking and killing the officers guarding it.
By me!
But what did... Oh no!
Impersonating an officer isn't just a small crime, that's identity fraud, which adds 15 years in prison. But the real crime? He shot 6 people with his blowgun. That's administering toxic substances, earning him 18 more years behind bars. Brat is spiraling fast, but he's not done making things worse. After taking out the officers, he grabs the gem and makes his escape, proving once again that he'll do anything to relive his villain days. Stealing something this valuable is grand larceny, which adds 25 more years in prison. At this point, Brat's rap sheet is longer than his acting career, but he's still not done yet. Just as Brat is about to make his getaway, Gru and his brother show up to stop him, but instead of running, Brat fights back, this time against actual law enforcement. He attacks them head-on, doing whatever it takes to escape with the diamond.
Beautiful! Gru? There's 2 of you now?
Assaulting real government officials is a serious crime, landing him 10 more years in prison. Brat's fight isn't over yet, but neither is his list of crimes. Brat isn't just stealing diamonds, now he's stealing people. In a desperate move, he kidnaps Gru's daughters and locks Lucy in a closet, making sure no one can stop him.
Lucy?
He took the girls!
What?
Keeping Lucy trapped counts as false imprisonment, adding 4 more years to his sentence. But the bigger crime? Kidnapping the girls, which lands him 12 more years in prison and a $30,000 fine. Brat wanted the ultimate villain comeback, but now he's just digging himself into a deeper hole. Brat isn't just kidnapping, he's taking it to the next level. He locks the girls inside his giant robot, turning them into hostages while he carries out his villainous plan.
Hollywood! I'm back!
I'm scared!
Keeping them trapped inside a walking metal monster counts as false imprisonment, adding 15 more years to his sentence. But things go from bad to worse. As Brat marches through the city, the girls suddenly fall off the robot, left dangling dangerously in midair.
Arm the cannons. On this! I've prepared a front row seat for you. And Gru loses.
This reckless move puts all 3 children in serious danger, which means child endangerment, adding 45 more years in prison. Brat wanted to be a legendary villain, but at this rate, he's only making history in prison. Brat isn't just causing trouble anymore. He's going full supervillain. With his giant robot, he blasts everything in sight with a massive laser, leveling buildings and leaving chaos behind. But he doesn't stop there. He unleashes an army of mini-robots, sending them after Gru and his brother to finish the job.
Laser! I love it when a plan comes together. Stop me! Brat Pack!
Incoming!
Bonus!
Trying to kill Gru and Drew with his robots isn't just an attack. It's first-degree attempted murder, earning him 2 life sentences. But the real crime? Destroying the city, causing mass panic, and putting innocent lives in danger. That's terrorism, which comes with the death sentence. That's a wrap on Balthazar Brat. From punching cameras to kidnapping kids and unleashing robot chaos, his villain comeback was nothing but crime. The final verdict: 2 life sentences, 125 years in prison, and a death sentence for terrorism. It looks like Brat's days of moonwalking through crime are over because he's never walking free again. But we're not done yet. Next up is Maxim Le Mal. At a grand villain reunion, Maxim Le Mal basks in the spotlight, winning an award for his evil deeds. But instead of keeping things classy, he reveals his secret cockroach suit, turning his acceptance speech into a full-blown criminal showdown. Gru tries to arrest him, but Maxim isn't going down without a fight. He attacks the officers, resisting arrest in the most dramatic way possible.
Cockroach!
Experimenting on yourself is what scientists do a lot, when it seems very much not testable. But you can't sue yourself, so this is legal.
What do you say about that, huh?
Under arrest! Oh yeah! Coup grenade!
Okay, where you move, move!
Get your hands off on me!
That's assaulting officers, landing him 10 years in prison. But Maxim isn't done making a scene just yet. Right after getting arrested, he makes a break for it. Instead of running away, he charges straight at Gru, trying to take him down before getting caught again.
Who's the loser now?
This is not over! I will exterminate you!
Not scary at all.
Trying to escape justice isn't a good look. That's resisting arrest, adding 1 more year in prison. But Maxim isn't giving up yet. He's about to make an even bigger move. From prison, he sends a video message to Gru, warning him that he knows where he lives and that he's coming for him. After this, he escaped.
Prison.
Think you can humiliate me and get away with it? I'm coming for my revenge, Gru. And I know where you live.
It's a maximum security prison.
This is criminal threat, adding 3 more years in prison. And of course, escaping prison is another crime, earning him 2 more years for escaping lawful custody. Maxim isn't just a villain, he's making sure he stays on law enforcement's radar. Maxim Le Mal isn't just on the run, he's building a whole secret base in the sewers, turning it into his personal villain lair. With his cockroach army and his girlfriend, he sets up shop in a place that definitely isn't his.
Thank you. Look at everyone. Yeah. Team's back, baby.
Building a hideout without permission? That's unauthorized construction. Slapping him with a $250,000 fine. And living in the sewer like a rat? That earns him 1 year in prison plus a $1,000 fine for sewer rat life. But this is not the end of it. Furious at Gru, he starts planning to make him suffer, setting his sights on kidnapping Gru's son. But that's not all. He reveals a brand new weapon built just for his evil plan.
We must make Gru suffer for arresting me. Precious little baby. He humiliated me in front of the whole school. He runs and hides like the mouse. My transformation powers in a handheld design, huh?
Building illegal weapons for a personal vendetta? That's illegal weapon manufacturing, adding 4 more years in prison. And this is only the beginning of his crimes. Maxim Le Mal isn't just building illegal weapons. He's got an entire unregistered aircraft hidden in the sewers. When he's ready to put his plan into motion, he blasts out of the sewer in his stolen aircraft, causing total chaos.
To be so good!
Flying an unregistered aircraft is a serious offense, landing him 3 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. But the real mess? Blowing open the sewer, causing destruction, and putting people in danger. That's reckless endangerment, adding 4 more years in prison plus property destruction, tacking on 1 more year and a massive $2 million fine. But the chaos is far from over. Maxim Le Mal's grand escape takes a nosedive, literally. His aircraft runs out of fuel, forcing him to land at a gas station. But when he tries to pay with his credit card, it keeps declining. Frustrated, he storms up to the counter to demand answers. The cashier, not interested in helping. So what does Maxim do? He turns him into a cockroach.
We're low on fuel.
It's always something. Okay, insert card. Your stupid machine won't read my card. I don't pop 4, you idiot. Oh, I'm not going to hurt you. Oh, get me a purple slushy! I'm not paying.
Turning someone into an insect isn't just cruel, it's mutilation, landing him 3 years in prison. And to top it all off, he steals a slushie on his way out. That's slushy theft, adding a $5 fine to his already massive debt. And he kept adding to it. Maxim Le Mal needed 900 gallons of fuel to keep his escape going, but with his credit card declining, he had no way to pay. So what does he do? He takes the gas anyway. Instead of solving his problem, he just adds theft to his growing list of crimes. Stealing $6,012 worth of gas isn't just bad manners, it's gas theft, landing him 1 year in prison and a $6,000 fine. But then he takes his crimes to a whole other level. Maxim Le Mal isn't done yet. He takes his crime spree straight to Gru's house. Sneaking inside, he finds Gru's newborn baby and kidnaps him, making his escape just as Gru runs after him in panic.
Get in there and find that baby. Yes, coochie coochie.
Gotcha!
Au revoir, Gru, new daddy. Oh!
Stealing a baby is as bad as it gets. That's baby napping, adding 7 more years in prison. But is he going to stop now? Not at all. Gru chases after him to rescue his baby. But instead of running, Maxime and his crew attack, trying to take out both Gru and Poppy before they can stop him. This isn't just a fight, it's attempted order against 2 people, earning 2 life sentences. But then, Maxime's escape takes another disastrous turn when his aircraft lands hard, tearing through buildings and wrecking everything in its path. Instead of a smooth landing, he turns the area into a demolition site. This is property destruction, adding 1 more year in prison and a $2 million fine. But it's far from over because Maxime isn't just trying to escape, he's trying to finish Gru for good. As they fight, Gru ends up hanging onto a metal rod, barely holding on. Instead of walking away, Maxime starts hitting Gru's hands, trying to make him fall.
I do, daddy.
Dada loves you.
This is attempted murder, adding another life sentence to his record. That's the end of Maxim Le Mal. From stealing fuel and kidnapping a baby to attempted murder and destroying everything in sight, his crimes were as reckless as they were evil. The final verdict? 3 life sentences, over 30 years in prison, and millions in fines. Maxime wanted revenge, but all he got was a one-way ticket to a maximum security prison. If you want to see more baddies go to jail, click the video on screen now.